ladies. Welcome to AM Alignment. Any requests for today?
Chest openers.
Chest openers.
Triceps, deltoids.
Okay.
Not triceps, trapezius.
Yes. Yes.
I said triceps the other day.
Do you know those planks were all because of you?
I don't think.
All right.
Do you have anything for like foot or ankle stability? Like just kind of
Yeah, we can.
stretching, I don't know.
Yeah, we can definitely stretch out the feet a bit, for sure. I mean, if we had some balls and other kinds of props,
Oh,
we could
yeah,
definitely
balls.
do some ankle stability. But we will.
Could we fan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
There we go. Yeah, that's like outside.
I'm gonna, she knows mine, but that's that, she knows.
Yeah.
Up, lower, back.
Oh, lower back.
Which I guess anybody else for. Do we need blocks? She never can
Probably
do
that,
that.
but she doesn't, she never really talks. I just.
Oh, I didn't know that. One of those out there, because sometimes I turn on and off trying to figure out what's what.
Yeah, it's one of those out there, and then the speed is this one here.
okay.
So, but if it's not on out there, then it
Oh.
will be on in here.
I just need a little air.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, with all the chaos of Verna, I kind of forgot. Usually I'm like flipping on all the switch at the beginning, but I just had a lot more to carry in today.
Sure.
All right, let's start seated today.
Yeah.
So come into just any comfortable seat that works for you. If you like, you can sit on a block or a blanket. Make sure your hips are grounded. You may need to just lift the glutes out of the way. And then draw your navel back towards the spine and try to feel the tailbone stretch down towards the floor, bringing your pelvis into neutral. You may feel a little bit of tension in the inner thighs. You can support with blocks, or you can just maybe see if they'll naturally begin to relax. Start to stack the vertebrae from the tailbone to crown of head. And let your shoulders soften, the arms relax, however it feels good to you. You can have your hands on your legs or in your lap, or really whatever feels nice to you. Lengthen tall through the crown of the head. And then maybe let your eyes close for a few moments. Bringing your focus internal. Beginning to pay attention to the feel of the flow of your breath. Breathing in through the nose, to the base of the spine. Exhaling, base of spine, to crown of head. Allowing the breath to wash up and down the spine. Creating your microcosmic orbit breath. Envision your breath as literally orbiting the spine, inhaling down to the tailbone, and exhaling up to the crown. As you continue to breathe, let your face begin to relax. Trying to let go of any particular expression from your features. Soften the forehead and the space between the eyebrows. Let your eyes be still behind soft eyelids. Relax your cheeks. Soften the lips and the corners of the mouth. Relax the hinge of the nose. best you can, allow yourself to be present in this room at this moment. Allowing your senses to ground you, listening for the sounds around you, the sound of my voice, the sound maybe of music, the cars driving by, the sound of playing, and let that all become a part of this moment, keeping you present, even when your mind wants to wander off on tangents. Let's begin to just slowly blink your eyes open. And keeping just a gentle focus, maybe on the floor in front of you, we're going to begin with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Taking your right hand using the thumb and ring finger, we'll first plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Plug the left nostril and hold. And exhale through the right. Hold the air out briefly and inhale. Close the nostril, hold, and exhale. Hold. Inhale. Close and hold. Exhale. Holding out. Inhale. Close and hold. Exhale. Holding out. Inhale. Close and hold. Exhale. Hold it out. Inhale. Close and hold. Exhale out. Hold it out. Inhale left. Close and hold. Exhale right. Hold it out. Inhale right. Close and hold. Exhale all the air out left. Release your right hand. Take a few breaths through both nostrils. Lovely. Take the right arm, bring it behind the back, palm facing out. If this is uncomfortable, you can always just have the right arm next to the body. And on an exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And take the left hand, place it on the right side of your head. Your fingertips right next to your ear. Breathing into the right side of your neck from shoulder to ear. Gently tractioning the ear away from the shoulder. Breath, you're slowly going to bring your chin closer to the left shoulder, looking down to the left knee, and possibly just changing the grip on the back of the head. slowly release the arms and the head back to center. You roll your shoulders a few times. And then let's bring the left arm behind the back, palm facing out. And exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Right hand to the left side of your head. You're not pulling or yanking, just letting your arm be a little bit of extra weight, helping to further traction the left ear away from the left shoulder. If you feel like having the hand on the head is of no benefit to you, then you can always just keep the right hand in your lap or wherever is comfortable. Slowly on an exhale, begin to bring your chin closer to the right shoulder, looking towards your right knee. And maybe slightly shifting your grip on the head. Just noticing where you're feeling sensation in the neck. And then let's release the arms, release your head. And move your head, you can move your shoulders, just notice what you're feeling. And then we're going to do one more stretch of the neck and upper back. Bring your chin to your chest. Bring the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. So you want your hands just where the base of the skull meets the neck, and keeping your elbows in a little closer to your head. Keeping the rest of your spine nice and straight, only the neck, the cervical spine, is rounding forward. And then start to press your head back into your hands just a little bit here. And then keeping the press of the head into the hands, let's inhale, lift the chest, lift the eye gaze, elbows wide. And exhale, chin to chest, rounding forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, round. Release the hands. And then inhale, lift your head vertebra by vertebra, stacking your spine. All right, let's do one more seated. Bring your left hand to the floor next to the hips and inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Rounding through the right hip, pressing into the left hand, lengthen through the right fingertips. Take an inhale breath, bend your right elbow, look back over your shoulder. Exhale, bring the elbow across the body, touch your left knee, or as close as you can. Inhale, open, look back. Exhale, cross the body, elbow towards the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Try to maybe just press the elbow into the knee. Draw your navel to the spine and turn, look towards the left shoulder. Let's release the arms. Bring the hands behind your hips and bring your feet to the floor a little wider than hip distance. So we're going to start to windshield wiper the knees. body weight massage here of the hips. And then let's switch to the other side and do that same sort of self-massage. You can kind of rock forward and back or in little circles. It's a nice thing just to explore what feels good to you in your body. And then let's do just a few more windshield wipers. Maybe really try to press the top hip to the side. Just getting that extra little twist. And we're going to come back to center. Find a comfortable seat. And we'll do the other side. Side stretch. Bring the right hand down. Reach your left arm up and over to the right. Really press down into the right hand to help you anchor through the left hip and lift the left side rib cage. Take an inhale breath and bend the left elbow, rotate back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, bend back like we're drawing back or bow. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open, the eye gaze follows the elbow. Exhale, across the body. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Hooking the elbow on the leg, draw the navel to the spine, look past the right shoulder. So release, come back to center. We're just gonna do a few Suki circles and then get off our butts. So let's inhale forward and exhale back around. And this is just a nice rock. Again, we're kind of warming up the hips here, doing a body weight massage. This is also really nice for your internal organs, massaging and stimulating the guts. Let's switch directions. Rock forward to tabletop, hands and knees. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, nice straight spine to start. Let's do just a couple rounds of cat and cat. Inhale, the tailbone lifts up, navel to the floor, chest comes forward, eye gaze lifts. Exhaling, tucking tailbone, navel to the spine, press the floor away, chin to chest. Inhaling into your cow, vertebra by vertebra. Exhaling, rounding the spine into cat, push the floor away. One more set, inhaling cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come to a neutral spine, back to your tabletop position. From here, we're going to extend your left leg straight back, and then bend the knee, so you're trying to bring your footprint to the ceiling. Reach your right arm forward. Take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, bend the right elbow and lift the footprint up. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, lift, bringing your right shoulder to the left hip. Inhale. Exhale, lift, shoulder to hip. One more time, inhale. Exhale, lift, shoulder to hip. Now you can hold here, and let's give a little pulse up for 10 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe reach back for your foot or ankle if you're not there yet. That's totally fine. I'm going to release the right hand. Bring your left leg out to the side and down like a little kickstand. So we're going to do 2 cat and cows here with the leg out. As you inhale, tailbone up, navel to the floor, look up. Exhale, tuck. Notice how it feels in the hip as you round into cat. Ooh, feels good to me. Inhaling into cow. Exhale, round into cats. Keeping the rounding, untuck the right toes if they're tucked, and glide your hips back to the right heel in a modification of a child's pose. And we're targeting the inner leg line of the left leg here. On an inhale, come back into the modified table. And walk your hands towards your legs, coming to stand on the right knee. Let's bring the left hand to the left leg. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Again, stretching the right side body. So let's take the left hand and bring it to the right side oblique, and just use your fingertips to feel the obliques, and press into the obliques and let the obliques press back into your fingertips. Then we're slightly going to come out, bend the elbow, and then go back in, and we're kind of creating like a trampoline, sort of bouncy effect. Training some tone back into our fascia, a little bit of rebounding. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, hold the stretch. You can bring the left hand back to the leg for some support. Inhale, cartwheel the right hand down by the right leg and reach the left arm up. Take an inhale breath, draw the shoulder blades together and try to spiral your chest to the ceiling. And as you exhale, round the shoulders, round the arm through the right arm and leg. And inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Couple more. Inhale. And round. Inhale. Round. Last one. Inhale. And round. Now, walk the hands back to table. And bring the left knee back. Beautiful. Take a moment, draw the navel to the spine, lengthen the tailbone to the back of the room, lengthen the crown of the head to the front of the room. Keeping the abdominals engaged, inhale the right leg back, and exhale, bend the knee like you're going to stamp your footprint on the ceiling. Reach the left arm forward. You can always just balance here. This is where you're at for today. Otherwise, we'll take an inhale. Exhale, elbow bends, foot lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold it here. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe reaching back for your foot or your ankle. contralateral connections, right to left side. Beautiful. Let's release the left hand and bring the right leg out to the side and down like a kickstand. Once you find yourself here in your modified table, we're going to do 2 cat-cows. Inhale into cow, nice and slow, feeling into your right hip. Exhale, rounding, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, press the floor away. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round to cat. From your cat, glide the hips back towards the left heel. Forearms relax. Maybe forehead touches. Bringing awareness into the inner right leg. Let's inhale back to table. And walk the hands in towards the body. Coming to stand on the left knee. Starting with the right hand on the right leg, let's inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Find your length from left knee to left fingertips. And then take your right hand and feel the obliques. Press the obliques into the fingers into the obliques. And then we're just gonna rebound. We're pulling back the string of a bow just a little bit and then shooting it, creating some bounce. As we get older, we have to continually train tone into our fascia. When we're children, we're naturally bouncy. And as we grow older, sometimes we lose that bounce, that spring. So we've got to train it back in where we can. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding, maybe releasing the hand back to the leg for support. And inhale, back to standing, cartwheeling the left hand down and the right arm up. We're going to take an inhale breath, draw the shoulder blades together, heart towards the upper corner of the room. And as you exhale, round the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Round. Inhale. Exhale. Round. Walk your hands back to table. Bring your right knee back. Keeping your knees and feet hip distance apart. Glide your hips back towards your heels. And then actively walk your arms forward. Creeping those fingertips to the front of the mat. The forearms and forehead are hovering above the mat. And then let's take an inhale breath and start to round forward. As you bring the shoulders over the wrists, the hips are going to continue to melt to the floor. Chest coming through. Eye gaze lifts. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone. Round the shoulders. Push the floor away. Hips back to the heels. 2 more. Inhaling, rounding forward. And exhale, back. Last one, inhale forward. Exhale back. Just no movements. Your head. And then we're going to start to warm up the feet a little bit. Inhale, lift the heels. And exhale, press the heels down. You can do this a few times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Just now lift the heels and start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands at the front of the mat. How about hip bone distance between your knees and feet? Bend your knees generously and let your stomach rest on your thighs. Let your head hang. Maybe you sway, reaching for opposite elbows or biceps. You rag down. Release your arms. Inhale, start to round up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Let's bring our feet in a little closer, but maybe not quite to our Tadasana mountain pose. Maybe have about a fist between your feet. And then maybe let's have our hands at our hips because we're going to balance. Bring your weight into the left leg. Inhale the right thigh up. So we're going to start just by circling the right ankle. Find a little balance there. And then switch direction. Keep circling. And then we're going to circle the foot, like drawing circles, which actually gets into our knee. And then switch direction. We're going to bring the leg forward and back a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, bring that thigh back to hover, flex your foot, and let's bring the right ankle up and take your arms to cactus arms. This is what we call dancing Shiva. And let's pulse the right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, bring your arms down. Maybe shake out that left leg a little bit, bend your knees. Let's try left side. Bring your weight into the right leg. Float your left thigh up. We're just going to start with the ankle, circling. Let's switch direction. Just keep circling. Draw circles with your feet. I love the little pops and adjustments. Let's switch opposite way. All right, we're going to go forward and back, 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 back. 2 more. Back, back. Bring forward, flex foot, pulse the, or bring the inner ankle up, and cactus arms. We're in our dancing Shiva position, and let's dance it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. your legs a little bit. Come into Tadasana, the mountain pose. Having your feet a little closer together, maybe your big toes are touching or there's just a little space and a slightly bigger space between your heels. Let your toes be loose, wiggle them a little bit here. Make sure they're nice and relaxed. Contract your thighs. Draw the navel back to the spine. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, bring the scapula together and down the back. Energizing fingertips to the floor and lengthen through the crown of your head. Inhale, circle your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way up. Exhale, bring the arms behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Draw the shoulder blades together and down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take just a little back bend here. Just a little teeny one. Looking up towards the ceiling. Lifting the heart to the ceiling. Keeping the bind. Inhale, come back into the straight-ish spine. The heart is still forward. And exhale, bend the knees, come into chair pose. Weight is back in the heels, again your toes can move freely. Take a breath in here. Exhale, fold. Connect your belly to your thighs and then lift the hips, head bows forward, hands away from the hips. And then inhale, come back into chair, lower the hips, and then peel the belly off the thighs. Exhale, belly to thighs, hips lift, hands away from the hips. Inhale, the knees bend, peeling the chest off the thighs. And exhale, fold, connect the belly, lift the hips, head hangs. Getting into the shoulders, the upper back, the arm lines. Soften your elbows and release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Hands under the shoulders. So if we want a back that feels good, we want a back that is strong. So let's inhale into a baby cobra. Very little to no weight on the hands. Exhale, release. Twice more just like this. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra with the right leg lifting. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra, left leg. And release. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Last time through. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Press hips back to heels. Come into a child's pose. And then in your child's pose, let's walk the hands over to the right side. Focus your intention, your energy around the left shoulder and creating as much space as you can around like the left armpit, the left side rib cage, left arm. Let's bring it over through center on inhale and exhale over to the left. You want to create space between right hip and right fingertip, but but there's a nice emphasis around the right armpit and the outer edge of the right scapula, all the muscles, right side of your back and right side body. And then let's come back to center. We'll come forward to tabletop and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale and lift the right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward to crescent lunge. You're on the ball of the left foot, arms reaching overhead. Square hips and shoulders. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, twist to your right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Maybe the right hand comes to the left leg. And you can look back at the heel. Inhale, release, come back to the crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Opening the arms like a T. Shoulders relax away from the ears. We're gonna take and bring left arm under right, crossing at elbows and wrists. And then inhale, lift the elbows a bit. And exhale, bring the elbows down. Just twice more like this. Inhale, lift the elbows as much as feels good. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Release your arms back to a T. And then we're gonna take the arms into a diagonal with the right arm up and the left arm down. Bend at the elbows, bringing the right palm facing the back, the left palm facing out. Maybe the fingertips touch, maybe they're not even close. You could hold your shirt if you'd like something to grip onto. Squeeze your inner thighs, navel to spine. Let's release the arms back into a T. And then inhale, reach the right arm up and back and slowly straighten your right leg. Reverse triangle. Lengthening from right heel to right fingertips. Inhale, bring the arms to a T. Exhale, lengthen the fingertips forward and down. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach and stretch your two arms here, floor to ceiling, in two opposite directions. Maybe let's extend the triangle. Inhale, reach the left arm over the left ear. Create a long line from hip to fingertip. And inhale, back to standing. Arms like a T. Soften the right knee so we can turn toes to face the long edge of the mat. One more time, let's interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulders together and down. Inhale, lift the chest, maybe your eye gaze lifts. Exhale, tuck the chin, rounding down. Forehead towards the floor, your knees can soften. The hands come away from the hips as much as you like, as much as feels good. And let's slowly bring the hands back towards the hips and soften the elbows, and then release your hands to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back, bringing your hands under the shoulders. Make sure your toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Sometimes they get a little pigeon-toed as we're in the forward fold. And then we're just going to start to bend the knees right and left. Okay, are you okay? You can wait for a little bit. Okay, hold on a little bit. So let's come back to middle, and then turn and pivot towards the front of the mat. Right leg, low lunge. Take an inhale breath and step it back. Good. Exhale, lower down. You can do chaturanga or knees down, chest down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, energize the fingertips. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, crescent lunge. Square hips and shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to your left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, we'll reach the right arm up and back. The left arm may reach down. You could also just have it on the hip, giving you a bit of a twist. And maybe you look for the right heel. Inhale, slowly release. And exhale, warrior two. So as we are in our warrior two this time, we're going to go right arm under left, cross at elbows and wrists. Inhale, lift the elbows a few inches. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, release the arms to a T. And then we're going to go into a diagonal. Bend the elbows. Right palm faces out, left palm faces the back. It's okay if your fingertips are not even close to touching. For some people it just comes naturally, others not so much. It can also just depend on the day. Let's draw the shoulder blades together. Knit your rib cage in. A lot of times the ribs want to flare out here. Draw them back in. Release back to the T. Inhale into reverse triangle, reaching the left arm up as you extend the left leg. Inhale, bring your arms to a T. Start to lengthen the fingertips forward. Exhale, triangle. Maybe extend your triangle. Inhale, come back to standing. Soften the left knee so that you can turn your toes to face the side of the mat. Let's bring our hands maybe to the hips or wherever is comfortable. You can also bind again if you like. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. You can bring your hands to wherever you like. Maybe you reach for the back of the legs or the big toes, or just have your hands on the floor for support. Bringing more and more weight forward to the balls of the feet. Your iPad is a little loud. Turn it down or plug in your headphones, please. come into a halfway lift. And we'll try firefly again. I know we worked on it last week, so let's try it again this week. So with your hands on the floor, you're gonna lock your feet in so they're just a bit wider than your hands. And you can just hang out at any step where you feel like you're in a good place and you wanna stop. Otherwise, you're gonna lift up one heel and take your hand behind your heel, just between the thumb and index finger, and sort of tuck your shoulder really close to the inner leg. And then walk your heel in, toes in. And then one more time, pick up the heel, tuck the shoulder to the inner leg, and then heel in, toe in. You can stay here and just do one at a time, or if you're really working towards the firefly, you'll take the other side. And then heel in, toe in, lift it up, re-tuck the shoulder, heel in, toe in. And woo, this is a nice place to stay. This is a great shoulder stretch. Or you can just slide your hands down to the floor, bending your elbows, make a little seat, and then maybe start to walk your feet in and hook your toes. This is the arm pressure pose. Or you can extend the legs for Tittabhasana Firefly. And then we'll slowly take your time to come out when you're ready. Yeah, coming. Ooh, Susie, great job.
We gotta keep staying with that one.
We'll work on it. We'll make it a regular pose.
Yes.
It's not as terrible as it seems, especially if you're, practicing getting in with a good technique.
Right.
Let's pivot to the left, coming to the front of our mat, just in our lunge. And we'll plant the hands and step back. Plank. Lowering through chaturanga on knees, chest. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a wider stance with our legs in down dog and pigeon toe. Toes in, heels out. Try to lift your tailbone to the ceiling. This can create a lot of spaciousness around your sacrum, sort of creating space between the iliosacral joint and the hips. And it can feel this combination of good / maybe a little intense. But it does help to create a lot of spaciousness in that joint, which when it is very tight around there, you can have a lot of leg and low back pain. Kind of radiates up and down from the sacrum. And then let's bring our knees together and down. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor. You may want something to sit on, a block, bolster. As we start to work our hips back between the heels, I like to just manually move or roll my calf muscles out to the side. So this, although it is intense, is very good for the ankles, the knees, and the hips. And this is the first part. This is the foundation. Just working on being able to sit with a relatively straight spine, using gravity to ground through the legs. We can bring it into the chest and back when we're ready. When you feel pretty stable here, you can always start to bring your hands back. When you bring your hands back, it automatically takes some of that weight out of the legs, and so you get less in the legs, which is okay. It just sort of shifts the focus of the posture. And you can just bring your shoulder blades together and lift the chest. This can be where you are. Or you can walk your hands to your feet and go back, one elbow at a time. Once you have the elbows to the floor, drape your head back. If you can get your head to touch the floor, you can physically go to the next point, but obviously you don't have to, where you walk your elbows a little closer to the feet and then bring the back of the head and shoulders to the floor. So now, once we're back, we're feeling, ooh, that what we just separated around the sacrum. Now we're creating some compression, stimulating the bone. So in this back part, it's really, really good for the health of the sacrum and the low back. You can also at home use bolsters or blocks or pillows under your back. You could also do a variation of this like on your mattress. Doing yoga postures on your mattress is a really nice way to ease into postures that are very intense for you. We're not going to stay here too awful long, although you can do this as a yin pose up to 5 minutes or so. Obviously you work up for that. We're just going to slowly come out. Once we get to here, I like to just crawl out super duper slow and notice any sensation. Because if you start to feel any twinges or anything, you just want to pause and let your body naturally relax. And then you can slowly move your big toes together, hips to heels. And we'll take a pause in a wide kneed child's pose. Gently press up to seated on the heels. Walking your knees together. And maybe your feet a little closer together. Just so you're comfortable as you can be. This is again a good stretch for the tops of the feet. If this feels pretty easy for you, you could always lean back and lift the knees just a little bit. Again, it's one of those things you really want to be careful, but it feels really, really good as well if you need that deep stretch in the tops of the ankles and the feet. And again, we're just going to kind of touch on it. We're not going to stay here super long. And let's bring the knees back down. Do one more shoulder exercise, and we want to move the shoulders. So let's bring the hands forward and press your palms forward. Take an inhale breath and press forward through the hands. Round your shoulders. Try to find space between the scapula. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Inhale, pressing forward. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, press it forward. See how much mobility there is in the shoulders. Exhale, draw back. So much spaciousness. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's circle the wrist a few times. If at any point this is just too much on the tops of the feet or the ankles, you can sit in a more comfortable position. Well, we won't be here for very long. All right, let's bring the arms up, and once again, palms up like we're doing a handstand on the floor. And then we're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, slide the scapula down the back. Inhale. And exhale. It's good to do both. Inhale. your hand or through your toes, and just stretch out the toes, and if that still feels good, let's circle the toes. So when we're focusing on a particular joint, like say your ankle, well, also work the joint above and below as well. So if your ankle's bugging you, don't forget your toes, don't forget your knees. Nothing in our bodies happens in a vacuum. Everything is connected. All right, maybe circle your ankles a little bit. Take your, if you can, your elbow to the outer crease. We're gonna just cradle our leg like a baby. You can also do like this, but cradle and rock. You might wanna just kind of explore, like rocking a little forward, a little back, a little over to the side, and we're giving our hip a nice massage here. Beautiful. Now we're gonna lean to the left side, so bring the weight into the left hip, and then rock open the right. So now our hips are kind of open to the side, and then taking the left hand to the outside of the pinky toe. You can just hold here and maybe aim to touch your big toe to your nose, or you can sling your leg over your shoulder like it's a purse. Perfect. You can stay here if you want to work on your sundial. You take your left hand, thumbs down, reach for the pinky toe edge of the foot, and maybe extend. Beautiful. I know. We got some great faces. And then let's slowly come down. We don't need to spend a lot of time here. We're just creating that pattern in the body. Maybe give it a little rock. And let's try the other side. Bringing right shin down. Thread the fingers into the toes. Just start to give our toes a little love here. Circle. And we're going to take the outer edge of the foot to the elbow crease, or wherever, and just start to rock. Kind of move around on the hip. So we're using the femur head to just kind of massage the muscles into the floor. So you can just kind of see where it feels good. We're going to lean onto the right hip, so all the weight's on the right hip, this left hip is off the ground, and then open it out to the side, nice and wide, and that's going to help us to maybe either bring toe to nose or sling it over the shoulder like it's a backpack or a purse. You can hang out here because this is pretty funky. Or thumbs down, outer edge of the foot, extend. You can press the hand into the floor for balance. You can look to your right. You don't have to look to the right, it just kind of creates a beautiful profile. And then slowly come out. You'll likely notice there's one side that's like way better than the other. And let's bring our feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana. Take an inhale breath, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. You can do what's nice here, what feels good to you. Sometimes when you sort of bring your arms forward, you create a good traction stretch, especially in the mid-back shoulder area. And that can be nice if you want to focus more on the hips. You can bring your hands to your inner legs and gently press down. Let's slowly rise up on an inhale. Legs, bring your knees together, and start to roll onto your back. distance apart, and start to windshield wiper your legs. And then let your knees release to the right side. And you can stay here in a super gentle twist, or you can start to walk your left foot more to the left side of your mat. And then maybe take the pinky toe edge of the right foot, the outer edge, and just bring it on the outer edge of the left leg, kind of weighting it down. And then let's slowly release. Knees and feet a distance apart. And release your legs now to the left side. You can walk your right foot a little bit more towards the right here, increasing the internal rotation. And then you can take your left leg and anchor the right leg down with the weight of the left leg if it feels good. So this gives you more of the twist happening from the waist down. And then unwrap the legs. We're going to make our way into final Shavasana. Lying away, which is comfortable for you. Using any props, blankets, bolsters that feel nice. to gently move the body. Maybe just starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes a little bit. If you want to let your moves grow larger, you can circle wrists and ankles, point and flex feet, whatever feels nice to you. Whenever you're ready, take a full body stretch, lengthen everything out, fingers to toes. And on an exhale, drawing the knees in and rolling to one side, arriving in the goddess who sleeps. Taking just a moment, shifting your body, shifting your mind, your energy, moving from practice into the rest of your day. You can begin to press your hands up into a comfortable, or press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed. Let's bring the pinky finger edge of the hands together, eyes closed, creating within our palms a gratitude garden. Take a moment and visualize at least one thing in your life that you are grateful for at this moment. Plant it like a seed in your garden, closing the palms and drawing the gratitude into your heart shine. Thank you so much for coming in this morning, for sharing your energy and light with me and with each other. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings know peace. Namaste.